PGA Tour made it.
EA Sports and the PGA Tour are proud to present this first step on the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. From La Quinta, California and PGA West, it's the opening round of the first tournament of the new year, the American Express. Well, it's been a long off-season. Everyone here looking to get their new year off on the right foot. What better place to do it than right here in La Quinta as we see what's going on here in round one. Seamus Power, the Irishman, is the leader. He's on the move early at 5 under par. We get into the action here starting at the par 3 fourth. Frank, this is our golfer's first ever tournament as a professional on the PGA Tour. Now, you played a number of years on the European Tour before coming stateside, but take me back. What do you remember about your professional debut?
It's huge, Rich. I can remember it like yesterday. I was 19, and just how nervous you get. I was lucky enough that I had some friends that were professional golfers, and they took me aside, and they said, listen, you got 2 arms, you got 2 legs. You're just like everybody else in the field. Don't give in to them. But the nerves, too, you know, you feel like you're in somebody else's body, but they said the other bit of advice I got, nerves mean you care, so don't ever want to play without them. So great advice, too. And this is a moment that they will always remember, your debut in the PGA Tour.
Solid shot, and sometimes solid throughout the round, will win the day. We welcome in Iona Stephen. This, a putt for birdie.
Well, it's the trickiest putt in golf, the straight, flat one.
Oh, that nearly went in. That's a touch of class right there. Very good effort. Okay, that one finished off. It's a par here at 4, and he'll stay at level par. You know, Frank, this is a great setting for kicking off the new season. This Palm Springs area weather is almost ideal every single year. It's kind of like golf in a dome. So what's the secret to being successful on desert courses like this? Because we've seen some really low scores through the years.
Rich, you nailed it. Dome-like conditions means everybody's going to go low. You're not really worrying about cross breezes. Plus, add that in that it's a relatively flat track. That means there's no elevation changes really to consider. Green's also relatively flat, so get that ball on the putting surface. Greens aren't overly quick, but really anything inside 20 feet, you're going to have a good look at it. And don't keep looking at that leaderboard, because if you think you're going to make birdies, everybody else is doing the same thing. Pedal to the metal.
Fuck.
That was really well, landing just short, gets that little bump onto the green, and now maybe a huge bump on the scorecard, Frank, if this putt goes down for an eagle.
Well worked out second shot, Rich. You could not fly that ball on the green and expect it to finish up in that front third.
Fuck out of here. Good God.
nicely played. It's a birdie at the 5th. Here we are now at the 255-yard par 3 sixth, one of the most intimidating holes at PGA West. Water on the right, but a big bailout area to the left if you want to play it safe.
Take it.
Okay, safely aboard.
Jesus.
Oh man, the speed was spot on. A good putt, but nothing to show for it. Safely in for par here at the 6th. And he'll remain in red figures at 1 under. We head now to the 346-yard par 4 7th with water down the right side. Accuracy off the tee is the key. Fairway wood or a long iron might be the play here. Yeah, this not a terribly long hole, so precision off the tee is the key, and the iron is the right call there. Should be able to spin this if he wants. 96 yards left for his second. This one has a chance to be close.
I know it's a second shot golf course, but what an iron shot. I don't care. That's the first, the last. That's a great shot.
Ah, yes, runs that one right in. It's a birdie here at the 7th. This is one where you can just air it out, as they like to say on tour. Let the big dog eat here. Par 5/8 is 559 yards. There is no water like we had on the 3 previous holes. Lots of sand here, but this one, tee it high, let it fly, and go chase it. Well, you can't walk out and drop it any better than that. That is a fine tee shot right there.
to hit that.
The beauty of this par 5, so many different ways to play it. You'd be a little wayward, even with the tee shot or the second shot, but really, it's going to be about the third shot today. How close can you hit it?
So now eyeing this one for birdie. Yes, getting hot here just before the turn. That's birdies now at 7 and 8. Our featured golfer here today had some moments, but maybe not the round one you're looking for, Frank.
Too many mistakes, Rich. Right now, don't think about the leader. Just worry about improving.
EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. From sunny La Quinta, California, live second-round coverage of the opening tournament on the tour schedule, the American Express. What a great time of year to be here in La Quinta. If you come in July, expect temperatures north of 110 degrees. But now, here in January, this is perfect as we check our Day 2 leaderboard. We're looking at a tie at the top at 7 under par. So let's get out and join the fray as we pick things up on the tee at the par 5 11th. So this, the second round of the American Express, our featured golfer we're following here really turned some heads in that first ever round on the PGA Tour yesterday. What'd you see?
I just saw a complete player, Rich. I know the golf course yields itself to low scores, but take that aside. When you drive the ball well, hit iron shots like that, knock a few putts in, you're going to turn a few heads. And every season, as you know, Rich, I'm always looking for a new name. Might have just found one.
So one round in the books for our featured golfer as a professional, and it was subpar. Nota Begay III was out on the grounds following the action. And Nota, what were your takeaways from what looked to be a really solid first round?
Well, subpar meaning in the red versus below average, and I really liked what I saw. There was some nerves early in the round, but this player was able to settle down, get into their game, start to execute at a high level, and really came out with a very nice start.
Doesn't look like a lot of movement to this one. It's for eagle. The speed was right what you want, but the eagle putt doesn't go down. You bet. A birdie here at the 11th. And he'll move to 3 under here. Just one shot off the lead. Up next, the number 18 handicap hole at PGA West. 363-yard par 4 12. Left side of the fairway is well guarded by bunkers, so the right side is ideal. Looking for a strong finishing kick here on this Friday to get set up for the weekend, and that another good drive here. Good chance to get one in close from here. This, his second. Maybe not what you're hoping for from that number, but no damage. It's on the green. Birdie putt coming up, and we go to Iona Stephen.
Well, there is a slope that you need to take into consideration. It's going to break down the slope a little from right to left. Not an easy one.
Nicely done. 2 straight birdies here early on this backside. And he's going to move to 4 under par. Just 1 shot off the top spot. Quite a par 3 here, the 13th at 214 yards. There's water left, not much bailout on the right. That's what a good par 3 is supposed to be, requiring 1 well-struck, accurate tee shot. Oh, that is just about perfect right there. Very well done. The PGA Tour season kicking off here at PGA West in La Quinta, California. And we're back at it next week. Frank will make the 2-hour drive down to La Jolla and Torry Pines outside of San Diego for the Farmers Insurance Open. Just such a good time of year, isn't it?
Oh, it certainly is. It's just stunning. I mean, rain, hail, or shine, this is just a beautiful part of the world. If you don't like beautiful countryside and coastline, I mean, there's something wrong. This is gorgeous.
Arriving now at the 389-yard par 4 14th. Bunker on the right side of the fairway, so it is best to favor the left side off the tee. Looking for a strong finishing kick here on this Friday to get set up for the weekend, and that another good drive here. Frank, what's the key here? Second shot at 14.
Green sits up a little bit, well protected by those bunkers there. A nice high, soft landing shot.
This could be a good one.
I always looked inside that 15-feet circle. Anything inside that was going to be a good shot. So in my book, that's a good shot.
Now this for another birdie. Oh, everything going right now. That a 4th consecutive birdie. And with it, he's going to move to within 3 of the lead. So our featured golfer here, pretty solid through the first 2 days, safely through to the weekend and squarely in the conversation.
That's right. Rich should get off to a good start tomorrow, throw a few birdies in early, and could make it extremely exciting come Sunday.
2 rounds complete in the desert. Saturday, it's 3rd round coverage of the American Express, the season opening event on the EA Sports and the PGA Tour are proud to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. From the stadium course at PGA West, live coverage coming your way of round 3 of the season opening event, the American Express. You know, for many years, this was Bob Hope's tournament. He, of course, a great entertainer, and we're in for an entertaining weekend of golf. And as you look at the leaderboard on this Saturday, the leader is the Englishman, Tyrrell Hatton. He sits at 10 under par. Let's get out to the play as we pick things up at the par 4-7. Frank, our golfer here, as we've been mentioning this week, making their debut on the PGA Tour. I'll tell you what, it has been pretty impressive to this point. What do you think?
I certainly think so, Rich. You know, you start the week off with that sort of list, shopping list. Make the cut, tick that. In contention, tick that. Tomorrow, we're all going to be talking.
I want to bring in Nota Begay the third, 4-time winner on the PGA Tour. Nota's been following the action so far this week, and this is really impressive. Not only has our featured player made the cut, Nota, but they're entering the weekend with a chance to be in contention. What would this do for a young golfer?
Well, veterans on the PGA Tour know this very well, and young players will learn it very quickly that the third round is moving day, and you can move one of two ways. You can continue to move up, or if you make some mistakes and don't execute, you can move down. Players got to continue to focus on what's gotten them to this point, which is working.
And not just working, but who knows, maybe winning in their first ever professional start. Nota, in watching our player over the last several rounds, what specifically has stood out to you?
Well, the fact of the matter is that players that show up on the PGA Tour nowadays show up so much more well prepared to win early. They get a lot of experience at the collegiate level, at the developmental tours like the Korn Ferry Tour, so they come into these situations with much more experience and a level of expertise that gives them that incentive to go out there and get it done.
Up next, the 559-yard par 5/8, where we get a little break from the water found on the previous 3 holes, but there's plenty of sand to make up for it. Good driving hole. Let it rip. Just what you want at this point in the round. You're trying to find a rhythm, hit fairways, hit the middle of the club face. That's what they did right there. Now the approach shot here on this par 5/8. It is one of the more satisfying shots in golf, isn't it? Downwind to a par 5 the second, and you knock it on. Chance for eagle.
Certainly shortens up the par 5, that wind at your back, Rich, but you can just surf the wind. Just let that ball carry and just sail towards the green.
Oh, yeah. That's how you take advantage of a par 5. It's in for an eagle 3. Superb. Finishing up on the front side here at PGA West with a 452-yard par 4 ninth. Water down the right, so it is best to favor the left side off the tee.
Down the middle. There we go.
This round's been a clinic so far, and that's another great drive and another good opportunity to make another birdie.
Second shot coming up. Let's bring in Iona Stephen.
130 is the number left of the flag today, and that pin, well, it's back left today.
good chance at one.
It was a good shot coming in here. I know it's a little long, but still inside that 10-foot circle is always good, and even money, really, to make birdie.
Ah, yes, well done. It's birdie to move to 4 under now on the day. Starting the backside with a 416-yard par 4 10th. Favor the right side to avoid the water, which is once again a factor. Turning out to be a wonderful Saturday of golf here, and this, another fine tee shot. Frank, is this a definite green light, the approach at the par 4 10th?
Well, there's enough opportunities at PGA West for the long hitters. This is an opportunity for the really good iron players. This is where they have a chance to shine, because a good iron player will give himself a birdie putt here. A poor iron player here, all of a sudden they'll find trouble. It was a good shot coming in here. I know it's a little long, but still inside that 10-foot circle is always good, and even money, really, to make birdie.
Yes, rolls it right in. A birdie here at 10. And he gets it to 12 under par.
Oh, too so good.
Well, here it is,
My
the
first
longest hole on the
tournament
golf
in
course. The
PGA.
par 5 11th is 617 yards. You need to bash that tee ball, then get all of that second shot. Who knows, maybe you can get home in 2. This one is all you can handle. Yeah, all about hitting the fairway here, and that is right where you want to be. Now from way back, better than 300 yards, a second to the par 5.
Bounce.
Well, just a good solid shot right there with that 3-wood, Frank.
That's an aggressive layup, really, trying to force that 3-wood down and get it as close as possible to the green. That's 2 good shots if you can't reach the par 5.
Yep, played that nicely. That'll work out just fine. Chance now for another birdie. Okay, that ball on line all the way. It's a birdie here at 11. And he moves to within a shot of the lead at 6 under now for the tournament. I mean, this has been a captivating tournament so far. And our featured golfer, just a shot back heading into Sunday's final round. It's going to be exciting, Frank.
It certainly will be, Rich. One of the greatest players of all time, Ben Hogan, used to say, and I don't know why, I would rather be one behind than one.
EA Sports and the PGA Tour so proud to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. From sun-kissed La Quinta, California, live final round coverage of the season opening event on the PGA Tour, the American Express. Sunday in Coachella Valley, all these golfers in search of that first title of the new season. It'll be handed out later today as we look at the leaderboard for this final round. Tyler Duncan is the leader. He's at 18 under. So let's get out to the course, already deep into the round as we head to the tee on the par 4 15th. Beautiful tempo to that swing, and this is going to wind up squarely in the fairway. So here we are, Frank, beautiful La Quinta, California. Let me tell you, after being in Connecticut for the winter, this is something else, but we shift the focus to our featured golfer. They've been something else, too, in contention for a good finish in their first ever PGA Tour event.
Has to have exceeded expectations, Rich. The goal at the start of the week, 4 solid rounds. See how you fit in here. Well, on the precipice of doing that, pat yourself on the back. This is the start of what should be a very good career.
I have to admit, those of us who cover the game, and I've been doing this a long time, didn't figure that our featured golfer in their first ever PGA Tour start as a professional had a great chance of winning. But this has been a sensational weekend to this point. Note of the game, the third, is with us, and Note, I think, would agree that what we've seen so far has just been off the charts. What do you think from this point?
Well, when a golfer comes into their first event and they play well enough to have the possibility of putting themselves in the top 10, gets them in a frame of mind that they can do exceptional things moving forward. So not only is the paycheck nice, but the confidence that goes along with a few extra zeros on that paycheck really builds momentum headed into the big part of the season.
We now come to the 600-yard par 5 16th. Avoid the bunker on the left side of the fairway off the tee, and beware of the massive green side bunker on your approach. Once in there, it's a chore to get out.
Good.
He just keeps motoring right along. Another good tee shot right there. So in the fairway, but a pretty good number to carry here for a second to the par 5.
Come on, get up there. There you go.
Be pleased with that one. 1 and 2, par 5. Didn't fly it there, but didn't have to. Got everything you needed out of that shot. So now this one, got to have enough to get up a fairly steep slope. This for eagle.
Close.
Not much left here for birdie. Now this round finishing strong. Back-to-back birdies now at 15 and 16. And things are getting bunched at the top. He pulls to within 1. 2 holes to go. Arriving now at Alcatraz, the famous 17th hole at PGA West. Island green, reminiscent of Sawgrass, 168-yard par 3. It is most definitely a knee knocker. That's going to be on the putting surface, and the birdie looks straight ahead.
Elevation.
We welcome in Iona Stephen. This, a putt for birdie.
Hair of right to left in this one, Rich. Straight back up the slope.
Boy, that's a good stroke. Just a fraction off target, but you can't get the speed any better than that.
Shit.
No problems there. That's a par here at 17. And he'll remain one shot back.
One more shot. He's done.
Finishing up here at PGA West with a 439-yard par 4 18th. Yet again, we're trying to avoid the water. That runs down the left side of the fairway. If you keep it down the right side, well, then you'll have a chance to maybe get out of here. Finish up the round with a birdie 3. That is a great number on this finishing hole. Okay, that's going to be good. Birdie is a must. Down by 1 here at the final hole, and that's going to be a good position to play from. So from right around the middle of the fairway, this is second.
Too much. Ah, you fuck.
And a good iron shot, just not quite as close as what we'd all want to finish, but still.
This one not for the faint of heart. Down a big slope, though it is for birdie.
Talking about Willis.
Yeah,
We're
bottom of
talking
the
about
barrel for birdie here at 18.
wow,
And that's going to make this a final round, 66. So now then, so much parity in the PGA Tour this year, it figures we'd see it play out in tournament number 1. We're off to a 3-hole playoff to crown our first champion of the year.
all right. All plays complete in 3-hole. Okay, I don't want to read it. Oh, look at this 3-way fucking tie first.
No winner yet. We'll
Can I
keep going
pull
until
this
we
out?
get one or until the sunlight fades. But for now, it's on to
playoff.
another sudden death hole. No winner yet. We'll keep going until we get one or until the sunlight fades. But for now, it's on to another sudden death hole.
What the fuck happened? Hello? Come on, this thing froze. I have to do it over. This sucks. Let's see what happens. I'll save round. What the fuck? Glitched. Let's see now.
EA Sports and the PGA Tour so proud to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. From sun-kissed La Quinta, California, live final round coverage of the season opening event on the PGA Tour, the American Express.
I got it, Pat.
Sunday in Coachella Valley, all these golfers in search of that first title of the new season. It'll be handed out later today as we look at the leaderboard for this final round. We've got a tie at the top at 19 under. So let's get out to the action as we'll pick things up at the par 5 16th hole. So Frank, the final round of this season opening event here at PGA West, you look at the performance of the golfer we've been following all week, I think you'd have to say that just making this cut was an accomplishment, and it's kind of all gravy from here.
It is. It was really like a reconnaissance mission, wasn't it? See what it's like to play alongside the game's best. See where your game fits in, what are you going to improve. Do you really have a future out here? I think come the end of this final round, the answer to a lot of those questions are just simply yes, you belong.
So our featured golfer wrapping up their first ever professional tournament, and it's been a good one. Nota Begay III is with us, and Nota, I'm curious of what you recall, what you learned from your first professional start. You went on to win 4 times.
Well, playing in that first PGA Tour event, there's so many unexpected things, and to come out, make the cut, get your feet wet, learn what it's going to take to compete at this level is a tremendous amount of benefit as you move forward and you refine your approach.
That a pure roll there. That is down for a birdie here at 16. He moves to 19 under for the tournament. Well, you know when a hole is nicknamed Alcatraz, it is oftentimes not the most pleasant experience. The 17th hole's only 168 yards, but we're looking at an island green, and we're looking at all sorts of trouble, and we're looking at the pressure ratcheting up late in the round. This one has your attention, and on this shot, you need to be almost perfect.
7.
That one safely on the putting surface. We turn to Nota Begay III for this look at birdie.
It's key to keep the pace up, pretty straight putt, not a whole lot of break.
You fucking bastard.
Oh no, I think he was about ready to walk that in. That looked on target the whole way. Okay, that one finished off for a par. And he's going to stay at 19 under par. We finish up our round at PGA West at the 439-yard par 4 18. Key here, avoiding the water running down the left side of the fairway. It is best to favor the right side, but you have to avoid the bunkers there as well. Yeah, that's going to work just fine in the fairway here at 18, and now they'll seek the birdie that could win him the tournament. Gotta think this an extra half club or more as he sets for his second into the wind.
And a good approach shot, just not quite as close as what you'd like, but still solid.
Here we go. This one for birdie. Nope. So he'll finish up there. It's a par here at 18. And that will write an end to the round here today.
Yeah.
So now then, so much parity on the PGA Tour this year, it figures we'd see it play out in tournament number 1. We're off to a 3-hole playoff to crown our first champion of the year.
Wow. Again? What the fuck? I've never seen this before.
So we'll start here. A good opportunity for separation for our players as they head back to 16 to once again take on this par 5.
What the fuck? I don't know what's going on here. Why is this not working?
EA Sports and the PGA Tour so proud to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. From sun-kissed La Quinta, California, live final round coverage of the season opening event on the PGA Tour, the American Express. Sunday in Coachella Valley, all these golfers in search of that first title of the new season. It'll be handed out later today as we look at the leaderboard for this final round. We've got a tie at the top. So let's get out to the action as we'll pick things up at the par 5 16th hole.
Well, that tee shot took some working out. The breeze was coming off the left, made the adjustment, and it is absolutely fine now.
Has to be thrilled with that second shot here to the par 5. Frank got everything out of that.
Yeah, did well just to advance the ball so far down the fairway. And now a fairly straightforward third shot.
6 feet now for birdie. Yes, a good roll there. That's in for birdie. Will certainly help the cause. Arriving now at Alcatraz, the famous 17th hole at PGA West. Island green, reminiscent of Sawgrass, 168-yard par 3. It is most definitely a knee knocker. Okay, that's going to end up right in the middle of the green. Yes, and good playing here toward the end of the round. Birdies at 16 and 17. And he will definitely not say no to that. Finishing up here at PGA West with a 439-yard par 4 18th. Yet again, we're trying to avoid the water. That runs down the left side of the fairway. If you keep it down the right side, well, then you have a chance to maybe get out of here. Finish up the round with a birdie 3. That is a great number on this finishing hole. Yeah, that's going to work just fine in the fairway here at 18, and now they'll seek the birdie that could win them the tournament. It is, to say the least, improbable a rookie winning in their first PGA Tour event, maybe something that happens once every 5 years or so. Some notable ones of recent vintage. We've had Emiliano Grillo. Russell Henley did it in Hawaii. Even Henrik Stenson. They've all gotten the job done in their first ever professional start of the PGA Tour. Nota Begay III is with us. And Nota, what's it going to take at this point for the rookie to push it through and join that list?
Well, I need to be truthful here. A rookie winning in their first year on the PGA Tour is remarkable, but going out and getting it done in your first start of your rookie season is absolutely exceptional, and they have a great chance to be able to do that here today.
Now, that's going to wander off to the right and leave maybe 2-3 feet coming back. Okay, so that will wind up a par at the last, and that will finish off our round of golf.
Thank God.
Wow, what a way to start your year. It is a victory here. First time out at the American Express in La Quinta.
Well, you can certainly put a lot on the card tonight, that's for sure, in the celebration, but what a great way to start the year.
So a great round of golf in the books here at PGA West. For our entire crew, I'm Rich Lerner. We'll see you next time on
Still no
EA
trophies.
Sports.
Fucking how old's this game? Still got no fucking trophies. So fucking stupid. Come on.
Nice win.
Thank you. I don't know what happened. I glitched, and then there was like a second playoff hole round. But yeah, I did it. All right, let's see. Wait, let me see. Drink.
EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. From a stunning setting, Torrey Pines Golf Course in Southern California, it's opening round coverage of the Farmers Insurance Open. Situated high on the cliffs overlooking the Pacific Ocean, what a golf course, Torrey Pines, and what a weekend we should have in store as we look at the leaderboard here in round one. We've got a tie at the top at 3 under par. We'll get right out to the action here as we head to the tee at the par 4 first. So Frank, here we go, the second tournament of this young golfer's career. What a splash last week in the desert, winning the American Express at PGA West. I mean, what do you do for an encore after a performance like that?
Yeah, people talk about this game can be a life changer, but it literally has changed overnight. Now we know who the name of the player is, right? We know where they come from. We know how good they are. How's their life changed? Well, they instantly get a 2-year exemption. That's it. Exempt in all the tournaments. Not worrying about qualifying. Not worrying about trying to get a start. In the Masters, in the PGA Championship. Already on the FedEx Cup list. Your career, your dream, it's come true, and it's just the start.
Nota Begay III, 4-time winner on the PGA Tour, is with us. And Nota, our featured player here in round number 1, obviously made, we'll call them bonsai pipeline-sized waves last week in the golfing world, winning in their first PGA Tour start. That was really something to watch, wasn't it?
Well, having that level of performance in their first PGA Tour start is, number one, it's unexpected, but secondly, it just builds confidence. But the world of sports and the PGA Tour is no different. It's what have you done for me lately? Everybody starts again at the same starting line. You got to go out and put the work in.
Got it there, but not quite on target. Okay, that's in for par here at the first, and he'll stay at level par. We're here, of course, at Torrey Pines, the South Course. Long history of this event in San Diego, dating back to 1952. It's been here at Torrey since 1968. A lot of great winners. Frank, you've played the course a number of times. Overall, what are the things that a young golfer like this needs to keep in mind this week?
You have to remind yourself it's just a plain, hard, straight-up golf course. And plus, it's going to play every inch of its length because of the marine layer that often comes in. So you have that very dense air. We're obviously at sea level. And plus the Poana greens. You're going to miss the odd short putt. You can't let that get to you. You look around the leaderboard, you don't see the same 60-nothings that we saw the week before.
This is why you practice these shots from under 100 yards. You've bombed your drive. Now it's time for the touch shot. Zip one in there close.
No, whoa, whoa, whoa.
Now, that's an excellent shot. Inside that 10-feet circle, a little long, a little left, but still good.
This one moving left here for birdie.
Oh my God.
Now, that one's going to go begging. It misses right. Frustration there. That finished off for par here with the second. And he'll stay at even par. With La Jolla and the Blue Pacific in the distance, we move ahead to the picturesque 201-yard par 3 third. Club selection can range from a 9-iron to a hybrid, depending on conditions, and you definitely don't want to be long here.
It's going to be tough. My baby died.
Oh, that's a really good shot. So difficult to get the distance right with the elevation change, but that is in a great spot here at 3.
Fuck.
Not that time. Pretty good effort, but it'll wander a couple of feet by. So that safely in. It's a par here at the 3rd. And he'll remain right where he is. Here's one of the really good par 4s at Torry Pines South. Not only is it scenic, but it's challenging, and it requires a good tee shot, well struck in play, and you're happy to walk away with a par here. Yeah, good swing and a good result, as that is safely into the fairway. Second shot, good look at the green.
Oh, not too much. It's
Now it's a decent-sized green. It's not bad, just a little past the hole.
10-foot putt left. Plenty of pace to get up that slope. It is in for a birdie. One last look at the leaderboard, Frank. Our featured golfer down, but not out after day 1.
Yeah, they might have to take the standing 8, though, or hit the reset button. This can easily go the wrong way.
EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup.
Oof.
From La Jolla, California, just north of San Diego, live second-round coverage of the Farmers Insurance Open. So much to behold here at Torry Pines: the ocean, the cliffs, the trees, the green grass, the blue sky, maybe even a paraglider or two as we check out the Friday leaderboard. The Canadian Adam Hadwin is your leader. He's at 9 under. We'll join the action on the tee at the par 3 11th. Okay, not taking any chances there. A good, safe play in the middle portion of the green. Let's bring in Nota Begay III for a look at birdie.
And he let quite a few opportunities slip through the cracks on the front side, so he'd love to take advantage here.
Oh, the pace was spot on. That ball somehow just decided not to go down. So that brushed in for a par here at 11, and he'll stay at 2 under. Up next, the 505-yard par 4 12th at Torry Pines. You can be aggressive off the tee here, and you should be, because if you do not hit a good drive, you're not going to get it home in 2.
Okay, good drive.
Yeah, that's a nice swing, and the result is going to be a tee shot that is set up just fine. Now back toward the ocean. This his second at 12.
Just to the right.
Early part of this back 9 and a good approach shot. Now we'll have this for birdie. This is a 13-footer. Just going to sneak on by. That one safely in. It's a par here at 12. And he'll stay right where he is.
Par 5.
This is a good hole right here. Giant 621-yard par 5, the 13th. Hit a massive tee shot. And if you want to get home in 2, I mean, you need to really bust that second one. It has to be 260 yards of carry. Good luck and get after it. And that is going to wind up right down Broadway. A majestic-looking tee shot there. Well, next week, the California swing continues. We head up the coast to Pebble Beach. There's nothing like it. The AT&T Pebble Beach Pro-Am.
Yeah, it started all those years ago with all the Hollywood stars, the great Bing Crosby. It used to be called the Clam Bake, but look what it's turned into now. Now golfers are the stars. And if you want to be part of this, there's no better place. Come to Pebble Beach.
Stupid ass.
That'll be into the uppermost bunker, short and left of this green. Gonna have to accelerate through the sand here to give this enough carry. That is a good-looking pass out of the bunker right there. Got that to stop in a good place, leaving just a few feet for par. Okay, safely in for par here at 13. And he'll remain right where he is. So here at the 437-yard par 4 14th, that canyon that you can see running along the left side is pretty to look at, but obviously you want to stay away from there because you can make a big number if you hit your tee shot down there. No problems there. That's going to wind up safely in the fairway. From the fairway nota, this is second.
118 yards to the hole. Pin is very accessible here, right in the center of the green. Gap wedge coming in, and this is the number.
It was a good strike. I could tell that by the sound as the ball came off the club face. That little bounce and check. Well done.
A 5-footer now for birdie.
There we go.
That's how you play this 14th hole. That's in for birdie. And he's going to get this to 3 under par. On to the 15th now. Relatively straightforward par 4 measuring out at 480 yards. Get the ball straight, you'll be just fine. The problems come with a miss off the tee left or right into the rough near those eucalyptus trees.
On the pipe.
Looking for a strong finishing kick here on this Friday to get set up for the weekend, and that another good drive here.
Much.
Well, not super close, but safely on the green.
Just want to maneuver this one close, down the slope for birdie.
Oh, what a
putter on point late here in the round. Birdie's at 14 and 15. And he'll get it to 1 under now for the day, 4 under overall. So our featured golfer here, pretty solid through the first 2 days, safely through to the weekend and squarely in the conversation.
That's right. Red should get off to a good start tomorrow, throw a few birdies in early, and could make it extremely exciting.
EA Sports and the PGA Tour are proud to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. From the South Course at Torry Pines Golf Course, it's third-round coverage of a San Diego tradition, the Farmers Insurance Open. Moving day here at Torrey Pines on this Saturday. A lot of action to come as we look at the third-round leaderboard. We've currently got a tie at the top of the leaderboard at 8 under par. Time to head out to the course as we pick things up on the tee at the par 4 12th. Third round underway here at the Farmers Insurance Open at Torrey Pines. We all remember the story last week. This young golfer making that first ever start on the PGA Tour, a victorious one. And now here we are a week later. And this golfer, pardon the ocean pun, though, Frank, I know, having worked with you for all these years, I know you like the occasional one. This young golfer is making some waves again.
Oh, I so knew you were going to go there. Yeah, surf's up, that's for sure. And this player's just going to ride it all the way to the shore to stay along with the direction you're going. I love what I saw last week, no doubt about it. You know, winner's circle straight away. But really, you rate a player on their medium golf, their average golf. Because if it's good and it's good enough to make the weekend, you know they're going to have a long career. It's good enough to make the weekend on an average day. This is going to be a long career.
And let me just finish it off, Frank, as we gaze at the Pacific, looking really good on that board. Okay, safely in for his par. And he'll stay at -3. Moving now to the massive 621-yard par 5 13th. You'll need a drive of 240 yards plus to carry that canyon. And if you go for the green in 2, the second shot has to carry 260 yards or so. That will do just fine. Now from way back, better than 300 yards, a second to the par 5.
Oh, what a bad kick.
Good second shot. That last bounce, a little unlucky, but still that third shot sits up rather nicely into this par 5.
I made it on green this time. But close.
Nobody's really going to be happy after that shot, squandering a really good opportunity of making birdie at this par 5.
Birdie putt coming up, and we go to Iona Stephen.
Yeah, you got to be careful of this ball jumping on you right at the outset. It's going to need a fairly firm stroke to get it up that incline.
Sure hurts.
And this will be a 5-foot putt here. Well judged. That is in for par here at 13. And he'll stay right where he is. We now arrive at the 437-yard par 4 14th at Torry Pines. The canyon running along the left side of the fairway is the danger here. So here at the 437-yard par 4 14th, that canyon that you can see running along the left side is pretty to look at, but obviously you want to stay away from there because you can make a big number if you hit your tee shot down there.
Another good tee shot. Just down the right side, and have a look up ahead. That flag is also on the right, so ideally you might want to go a little left of it, but it's going to still take a very good second shot. That's a good shot, and more importantly too, a green in regulation, so birdie chance.
Oh, goodness, that was too bad. That would have been a good birdie, but not to be. No issues there. It is a par here at 14. And he'll remain right where he is. The 15th hole is up next. A par 4 at 480 yards. Not a whole lot to it. A tee shot of the fairway should leave you with a reasonable approach into a green with bunkers left and right. And that will be more than adequate. It's safely into the fairway. And he's set up for his second shot here, looking to knock it on the green.
That was a good strike. Took it straight at it too, that one bounce and check. Well played.
Shouldn't be much in this for birdie. And that one finished off. It's a birdie here at 15. And he'll move to 4 under. Frank, our featured golfer, 4 shots back heading to Sunday. I mean, we see deficits like that disappear all the time. What do they need to do tomorrow?
One of the advantages they have, Rich, is they're teeing off in front of the leaders. So if you can post a number and then all of a sudden perhaps somebody trying to win for the very, very first time, they feel that pressure.
Okay, let's see where I'm at.
EA Sports and the PGA Tour so proud to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. From La Jolla, California, and scenic Torry Pines Golf Course, it's the final round of the Farmers Insurance Open. Well, this is unquestionably one of the best spots in the sport. We know that by looking at the field. The golf course is immaculate. This is Southern California in all its glory as we check the Sunday leaderboard. The Stanford man, Maverick McNeely, is our leader. He sits at 10 under par. So let's get out to the course as we join the action on the tee at the par 5 13th hole. Final round here at Torry Pines on a Sunday, the Farmers Insurance Open, second stop on this year's PGA Tour schedule. And our featured golfer here, really with a great start to the career. Frank, 2 straight cuts made. You know how important that is as you begin your journey, and really not always easy to do for rookies.
It certainly isn't. I mean, already that puts you in like the top 50 or 60 each week, right? To put it in perspective, of the millions of the people that play this game, and the very, very few that even decide to turn pro. And then on top of that, the ones that get to play on the PGA Tour, and then narrow that down to the ones that play in the weekend. This is how small this class really is.
Final round underway here at the second tournament on the PGA Tour schedule, the Farmers Insurance Open, and our featured golfer, the rookie, dominant last week in winning in their career debut. That coming at the American Express at PGA West in Southern California. And now in the hunt again here at Torry Pines in start number 2. Frank, this is impressive.
It is, and it's sort of showing that special intangible ingredient, that it factor that we always look for, whatever the sport is. To win, that's one thing, right? You're going to get all the people in the locker room saying, hey, great job and all that. Having to refocus on a totally different golf course and to bring your game again, that magic ingredient, we've found it, we're looking at it, it's right there in front of us. Great playing.
That's a good putt. Just needed a little more behind it. He'll finish that one off with no problem. It's in for par, and he'll remain at 6 under par. We now arrive at the 437-yard par 4 14th at Torry Pines. The canyon running along the left side of the fairway is the danger here. So here at the 437-yard par 4 14th, that canyon that you can see running along the left side is pretty to look at. But obviously, you want to stay away from there because you can make a big number if you hit your tee shot down there. And nothing to fault there. Good balance, good follow through, and a good start to this hole. Walking the course today, let's bring in Nota Begay III.
101 to the hole, pin sitting on the left half of the green.
Go right at it. Fuck. Sit.
Well, it was a good strike. I could tell that by the sound as the ball came off the club face. That little bounce and check. Well done.
Easy does it there. It's a birdie at 14. And he moves to within 3 with 4 holes left to play. On to the 15th now. Relatively straightforward par 4 measuring out at 480 yards. Get the ball straight, you'll be just fine. The problems come with a miss off the tee left or right into the rough near those eucalyptus trees. Boy, the rhythm is definitely there today. Another wonderful tee shot. second shot now and has to be careful because that breeze can be tricky at his back. You don't want to overclub.
Terrible.
And that ball looked very good in the air. Just doesn't quite finish up that near to the flag, but still on the green.
Shit.
Yeah, good putt. That's in for par here at 15. And he'll remain 3 shots off the pace. Coming down the home stretch here at Torrey Pines, 227-yard par 3 16th. 3 bunkers protecting the green, but there is an opening in the front.
Sit, 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 sit.
Okay, center of the green. Good shot. A birdie putt now at 16.
And he's seemingly had no problem with his reads all round long, so this shouldn't be too difficult.
Not quite on line, and that'll drift a couple feet by.
Well, coming down the slope, you think it'd carry a little bit more speed, but surprisingly comes up short.
Okay, that'll be a par here at 16, and he'll stay at 7 under. Next up, the penultimate hole at Torrey Pines, 443-yard par 4. Have to avoid the fairway bunker, 275 yards down that right side.
What? Oh, okay.
So this is where club selection becomes much more important. Uphill, make sure you have enough stick, and then swing away.
He's always heading a little bit right, but inside 10 feet, there's nothing wrong with that on this hole.
A 6-footer now for birdie. Oh, finishing strong. That's in for birdie here at 17. And that's going to move him to 8 under. Here we are at the finishing hole at Torrey Pines, 570-yard 18. Idyllic par 5. Fairly straight the whole way, but that pond they call Devlin's Billabong always makes going for the green into a risky proposition. so simple when you're going good, doesn't it? And that is yet another solid drive.
I gotta take the shot. Shit.
Well, that did carry the water, but it'll wind up in the left-hand bunker that brackets this 18th green. So he'll dig in here as he readies his third to this par 5. That is a good bunker play right there. Just a few feet left for a 4. Yeah, that's how to end it. Back-to-back birdies at 17 and 18. And this will be a strong final round score of 67. So, Frank, not quite enough to get the job done in the end, but I think you'd agree titles are nice, but if you can rack up top 5 finishes, you're going to do just fine.
Especially when you have a strong field like we saw today. So I think top 5, certainly give yourself a pat on the back.
So as always,
Let's see. Pebble Beach Pro-Am. So I give it a shot.
EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. From the Monterey Peninsula, live opening round coverage of the AT&T Pebble Beach Pro-Am. Blue skies on top of blue waters, right next to one of the prettiest pieces of green grass on this good earth, as we check out the leaderboard here in round 1. Brian Stewart is your leader. He's on the move early at 5 under par. So we'll pick up the action on the tee at the par 5 14. So, Frank, this tournament number 3 on the PGA Tour schedule this year, the golfer we're watching here, already with 1 victory on the ledger. That was in the season opener down in La Quinta. Couldn't go back-to-back down at Torry last week, but I mean, what a start to a career. Where do you think it goes from here, Frank?
The only way is up, Rich, really. I excused last week for a lot of reasons. You just got that first win. Everybody wants to say congratulations. You go in the locker room. Everything appears different. Well, that week's gone now. Now it's back to normal. You're a professional. Back to the grind. We're going to see more what they've made of this week.
So, Frank, this tournament number 3 on the PGA Tour schedule this year, and the golfer we're watching here already with 1 victory on the ledger. That was in the season opener down in La Quinta. Could not go back-to-back down at Torry last week, but what a start to a career. where does it go from here?
Only way is up, Rich. I certainly excuse the performance last week because there's that first week back in the locker room where everyone's saying congratulations. Now you come back to earth. So it'll be interesting. I'm going to keep my eye on them this week because this week we should see more of what they play like.
So, Frank, the first two tournaments of this new season have come and gone. Now we tackle one of the finest tracks in the world here at Pebble Beach. And the golfer we're assigned to here, coming off a really promising performance down at Torrey last week. Didn't get the win, but a top 10 in start number 2. That has to portend good things, don't you think, Frank?
It certainly does, Rich. I mean, this is a very solid performance going into this week, but now it's different. You could get weather, right? Rain. Maybe a lot of wind. So Pebble can play so many different ways. So you've got to really have your game and your guile this week. I'm curious. I'm really curious to see how this game translates this week.
So many great golf courses here on the Monterey Peninsula. We're at Pebble Beach for this, the third tournament on the PGA Tour schedule this year. And Frank, we look at the golfer we're going to be following. Rookie on this tour, still looking to play the weekend for the first time after 2 missed cuts. Is there a danger of getting too discouraged early on?
There certainly is, and I think that's exactly where the player feels right now. If all of a sudden it's 3 in a row, you start to think, have I made the right decision? But I remember a line from the late, great Arnold Palmer. He said, this game is 90% mental, and the other 10%, well, that's mental as well.
Just 5 feet left. Okay, good putt. On a par here at 14. And he'll stay right where he is. Frank, this whole area of the country, Monterey, Carmel, 17-mile drive, just such a stunning setting for golf. We're just taking a nice drive with the emerald green fairway set against the ocean blue. It's just ideal. But talk to me about playing the course, Pebble Beach. What should a young golfer like this keep in mind when teeing it up for the first time as a professional?
Rich, it's the polar opposite of the drive-in, when you decompress and look at the views. Because once you get onto that first tee at Pebble, it's a wonderful golf course designed by Jack Neville, you're going to realize that no 2 holes look the same. I mean, that's stating the obvious there, but side hill lies when you play towards the Pacific. And then you sort of beat your way around the golf course. The beautiful downhill par 3 7th. I know it's talked about and it's photographed, but that's where you start scratching your head and like, do I have the right club? And that's a feeling you get at Pebble so often around this golf course. But I mentioned 7, so I've got to mention 8, 9, and 10. In my opinion, they're the 3 best par 4s in a row in any golf course I've ever seen. I mean, they're beautiful driving holes and iron play, but Pebble's about the experience, but it's also about the legacy that this golf course has for America. So to compete at Pebble is one thing. To play well at Pebble, well, that's another thing as well.
I think he'll be fairly pleased with that, Frank. What do you think?
I certainly do. It was so good.
Okay, a solid par here at the 15th, and he'll remain right where he is. Par 4, 16th hole. Frank, what's the right play off the tee?
You don't need driver here for a start, Rich. It's a long iron or even, a fairway wood. Now, you see that big gaping bunker in the middle of the fairway? That's not really in play. 205 yards gets over that. But that's the line. If you look closely up the right there, those 2 bunkers, you just see a little sliver of the bunker, the left of the 2 on the right. That's sort of a no-no. So anything slightly left of that runs out about sort of 280 yards, that is prime.
And that, a good-looking shot there, well placed in the fairway. Second shot straight ahead, and we go to Iona Stephen.
We've got 137 left to the flag. Pin in the back right portion of this green.
fucking wind.
It's a solid shot and a green in regulation, but a little away from the band.
Substantial movement on this putt right to left, and it's from distance, so this one not just about speed, but line as well. Yeah, that's good pace. Just a little offline, but not too bad from that far away. That one finished off. It's in for par, and he'll stay right where he is. From Jack at the 1972 U.S. Open to Tom Watson, the same championship, 1982. A 182-yard par 3 penultimate hole at Pebble Beach has provided historical drama time after time. All right, you take those all day long. On the green, chance for birdie coming up. Iona's down there. This for birdie.
Yeah, it's a long putt, so pace is important, but there's not a whole lot to it. I fancy the chances of getting this close.
One's tracking on a very good line. Look out. Oh, you talk about electrifying this crowd. How about that one? A bomb for birdie at 17. And he'll move to 3 under par, just 3 back. Frank, you don't need to say a whole lot. AT&T, Pebble Beach.
Yeah, it's such a beautiful finishing hole, Rich. Two of my favorites really are this hole here, just looking at that tee shot, and the 18th at St. Andrews because of exactly where you are. But, you know, this hole, when you look at the water there, Stillwater Cove, it's so beautifully framed by the bunkers. And then when you start to look at the tee shot, you start to notice what the designer's done, just leaving the tree there in the middle of the fairway. So the decision is, do I play short, left, or right? And it's not the only tree on the hole, too, because that upcoming second shot, you have another tree short right to contend with. But if there's ever a hole you want a birdie to finish, this is the one.
In fact, the views here at the 18th at Pebble get a whole lot better when you knock it on into just like that.
Oh, that second shot's like a banana, too. It keeps turning left, and you've got to really pick a definitive line, and that was just absolutely ripped.
Yes.
Oh, how good is that? It's an eagle here at 18. And this will be an opening round 67 on the scorecard. Well done. Final look at the opening round leaderboard. It shows our featured golfer just 2 back at day's end.
Makes that second round even more important, Rich. Don't want to get too adrift come moving day.
So for Frank Nobilo, Notah Begay III, Iona Stephen, and a cast of hundreds, I'm Rich Lerner. You EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. From beautiful Pebble Beach, California, it's live second-round coverage of the AT&T Pebble Beach Pro-Am. Well, let's face it, Mother Nature's just showing off this week. Pebble Beach, one of the crown jewels of American sport in all its glory. As we look at the Friday leaderboard, we're looking at a tie at the top at 7 under par. We'll get right out to the action here as we head to the tee at the par 4 first.
Nice drive.
That one looking good. It's in the fairway here to start round 2.
Good kick.
Just 92 yards for his second to this par 4.
Blew that one. God, that sucked.
That's how to get the morning off on the right foot. That'll change your mood quickly. It is a chip-in birdie here at number 1. Frank, interestingly, this hole number 2 plays as a par 4 for the U.S. Open. It is a par 5. It's absolutely gettable, and players must take advantage.
Certainly, Rich. Off that back tee, really you've got to grab a driver. I know there's bunkers left and right, but the decision is whether that tee shot finishes in the fairway, because if it does, you're going to have a crack at this par 5 and 2. If it doesn't, then you play the layup.
And this, a tee shot that fits the eye, and that'll be just fine. Well within range from here. A second now to the par 5. That one had to feel good.
Yeah, struck it so well. You could see that by the reaction of that ball when it hit the green. Landed so softly.
You take advantage of a par 5. It's in for an eagle 3. Superb. Onto the 397-yard par 4 third, where some players drive it over the trees on the left to cut the dogleg, while others play it more conventionally. We'll remind you that coming up next week, we move from the serenity of the Pacific Ocean here at Pebble Beach to a scene that will be anything but calm. That is the Waste Management Phoenix Open down at TPC Scottsdale. Frank, I always think different venues, sort of different soundtracks. Pebble is crashing waves with Argyle sweaters. The Waste Management Phoenix Open is like a nightclub in Prague at about 2 in the morning.
I've been to Prague too, yeah. Except Prague doesn't have the 700,000 people. It's the greatest gate. Some say the greatest show on grass. It really is. That 16th hole, I'll tell you just one quick little story. Tom Watson, in his heyday with the late Bruce Edwards on the bag, it was the one hole he changed his routine. He would get Bruce to go ahead to the tee, all those people around, and he'd just say, give me the club and hit it. It was the one time he broke tradition. It's absolute frenzy at Scottsdale. that's not too bad. Good shot. Inside 20 feet, I would imagine. So a good chance, really outside chance for birdie.
Not that time. Pretty good effort, but it'll wander a couple of feet by. So that, safely in, it's a par here at the third. And he's going to remain at 8 under. Frank, this is where it becomes really obvious where you are. You're at Pebble Beach. There's the Pacific Ocean, and this begins that magnificent 7-hole stretch right along the ocean. A fun hole, not long, 331 yards up the hill. We're at the fourth.
Yeah, and each one of those 7 holes that you refer to, Rich, there's a common theme, which is don't look right. Because that's pretty much the ocean the whole way around. And this one here, that decision has to be made. 330 to the front of the green. If there's a hint of a breeze, you could try and drive it. Otherwise, really, you've got to worry about that pot bunker. It's between 230 and 250 yards. But as I first said, do not go right.
So after a well-placed drive, this his second from short range.
That was a pitch. Fuck.
Well, that one didn't work out. Didn't look bad in the air. It hit the green, but didn't sit.
Yeah, it was never going to stop.
I think he'll be fairly pleased with that, Frank. What do you think?
I certainly do. It was so good.
Okay, that one finished off. It's a par here at 4. And he'll remain right where he is. So an action-packed first 2 rounds and a packed leaderboard as well, with our featured golfer in a share of the lead after day 2.
So we can't separate them at this stage, but somebody, and I guarantee you somebody will play lights out in the weekend, and that will be the difference.
EA Sports and the PGA Tour are proud to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. From breathtaking Pebble Beach, California, it's live third-round coverage of the AT&T Pebble Beach Pro-Am. Beautiful weather here in this early February fixture for golf fans, and if you're locked in winter's vice grip, well, this represents a bit of hope on the horizon as we check the leaderboard. And we've got some drama brewing with a tie at the top at 11 under par. Time to head out to the course as we pick things up on the tee at the long par 5 6th. And no issues there. Good tee shot in the short grass. Second shot coming up. Let's check in for the first time with Notavigay III.
Wonderful tee shot here. Biggest challenge is you cannot see the pin sitting on the green. You're going to have to pick out a point along the edge of the cliffs to get the ball on line.
Too much. Yep. Hot.
It just came out blazing. As soon as it hit the green, it was never going to stop.
thinking about making that kind of talent. He possesses the good hands. Beautiful shot right there, and that is an eagle. Tee at number 7, and Frank, this is the shortest hole in championship golf. It is also one of the most beautiful holes in championship golf.
Yeah, it certainly is, and people assume that short is easy, but just look how small that target is.
Very short. Good God, that was hard.
He'll be disappointed with that, no doubt.
Yeah, swing didn't quite look right on that one.
Now from the bunker.
Yeah, just a little splash out on this par 3.
Yeah, that'll do nicely. Just beyond the hole. Super job there out of the bunker. Yep, well done. That's in for par here at 7. And this will remain a one-shot advantage. We head now to the 416-yard 8th hole, one of the premier par 4s in golf. Fairway wood or long iron off the tee, giving way to a long approach over the cliffs and a yawning chasm below.
Already picked a guy.
Yeah, if you see shortish par 4s like this, it's a great time to bring out the irons, and that is going to work out well. From the fairway, let's go to Noda.
Beautiful tee shot, great position looking at this green, and there are no easy options here. You got bunkers up the left, bunkers on the right. You have balls that are going to find their way into the penalty area. Requires precision execution.
Come on, come on. Terrible.
And we'll have to see here. It looked like that ball hopped from the lighter rough into the heavier stuff. Kidding. This game's unfair sometimes. That looked in the whole way. That one finished off. It's a bogey here at number 8. And he'll fall to 10 under par. Frank, as you know, depending on the time of year, you could see gray whales out on Carmel Bay, sea otters feeding on abalone, sea lions sunbathing on the rocks, or you could see none of it because this 9th hole absolutely demands your full attention.
Well, there's a different sort of mammal trying to play this hole. That first bunker on the left side, that shouldn't be in play, but this hole tilts so much from left to right, I think it sort of funnels you towards the sea otters and the whales.
Yeah, that's the spot you want to put it. Now, watch this thing gather momentum down the slope. Well, that is going to be an excellent result.
Right.
Now Noda his second from the fairway.
Coming at it from 116, pin sitting in the back left portion of the green.
This one's looking good.
Leading is one thing, but hitting iron shots like that lead is going to increase.
4 feet now for birdie. You bet. Easy as can be. That's in for birdie. Hope you're enjoying this little stroll along Carmel Bay, and the golf is as good as the view. This 10th hole is 444 yards. I would tell you that it is the widest fairway at Pebble Beach. It is, but it doesn't feel that way because of the way it slopes left to right, and if you're not careful, this one can get away from you and head toward that Pacific. Turning out to be a wonderful Saturday of golf here, and this, another fine tee shot. Pretty good angle here, getting set for his second shot just on the right side of that fairway.
The ball was always heading a little bit right, but inside 10 feet, there's nothing wrong with that on this hole.
A straightforward look here for birdie. Okay, well done. A couple of birdies here sandwiched around the turn at 9 and 10. And he's got it to 3 under now, just 2 back. Tell you what, Frank, for our featured golfer, I think it's a good opportunity tomorrow. As they finish day 3, just 2 shots off the lead. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm with you, Rich, there. I mean, 2 shots is so close, really. Birdie, bogey, and you're tied.
Okay. Let's see. I love it. Good. Let's see.
EA Sports and the PGA Tour so proud to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. From spectacular Pebble Beach, California, final round coverage of the AT&T Pebble Beach Pro-Am. Tell you what, we have seen some tremendous golf this week, outdone only by the incredible beauty that is the coastline of the Monterey Peninsula. As we check the Sunday leaderboard, the leader is Matt Kuchar. He's at 15 under. So let's get out to the course, already deep into the round as we head to the tee on the par 4 15th. Nothing to fault there, safely in the fairway. Second shot coming up. Let's check in for the first time with Notavigay III.
102 yards to the front, 110 to the hole. Pin is on the front left part of the green.
Come on. Get there.
Sand wedge in the air, coming in just left of the hole, but should end up very nice.
Oh, just the strike. The sound of it when the ball does the rest. Great shot.
A dead-on look here for birdie. And that one finished off with a birdie here at 15. And he's worked it to 9 under par. This is a really pretty hole, the par 4 16th. What's the right line here, Frank?
Well, if you want to pick out something in the horizon there, if you look closely down there, the tallest tree in the distance, that's sort of right bang in the middle of the fairway. You will not see your tee shot land and you won't see it run out, but that's the line. There's two schools of thought here. Bomb a driver down there, but perhaps have an awkward yardage, or hit the 3-wood and have a full iron in here.
Second shot. Good look at the green.
Get there.
And safely on deck. That's the main thing, but from that distance, really don't want to leave yourself like a knee knocker, like a 4 or 5 footer. So this first putt's going to have to be good.
Yeah, that's good pace. Just a little offline, but not too bad from that far away. Okay, that'll be a par here at 16. And he'll stay at -9. If you stop for just a moment, it can really hit you where you are and what's happened here. This 17th hole at Pebble Beach, the par 3. Jack with a 1-iron that hit the flagstick in 1972 on his way to winning the U.S. Open Championship. And then a decade later, Tom Watson from just long of the green, chipping in for a birdie to beat Jack Nicklaus. Yeah, history made here at the 17th hole. Okay, that one's dancing. This one measures out to 15 feet. Nope.
So many close ones.
No problems there. That's a par here at 17. And he'll stay right where he is. Wow, California's still golden, depending on the view. And Frank, this one is hard to beat. 18th tee at Pebble Beach. Here we are.
It's a stunning hole, Rich. Not only a great par 5, because you have to make decisions on whether you want to go for this green in 2. But just how picturesque it is. The bunkers you obviously see down the left, just slightly right of the water. But those trees, the one especially in the middle of the fairway that you have to navigate with the tee shot, and the one short if you decide to lay up.
Solid. A good drive in the fairway.
Ooh, we gotta get lucky.
Well, Frank, it is a pleasant walk under any circumstances, but how good is it when you've knocked it on in two here at the 18th at Pebble Beach?
It's a lot better than picking one out of the Pacific Ocean, Rich. That was just a great shot. And finally, you can exhale. The job is nearly finished.
That would have been a good one to convert on. Instead, that'll be left for birdie. Yeah, that's well played. It's a birdie at 18. And that'll be a final round score of 73. So for our featured golfer, Frank, in the mix much of the week. It'll be a top 10 finish, but maybe a chance to rue a few missed opportunities.
Depends how you look at it. I agree with you. Definitely some missed opportunities, but there's enough good there. So how do they show up next time, though? I think that's the key.
Till next.
Something now. Fireballs. Specs. Can't lay. I can't. I have that one. Deco. Don't need that one either. Clothing. I like this one. That's it. Good night. Tomorrow morning I'll probably do some zombie ones. See how it goes.